Good day, my name is Sarah Padilla of MMC17 and I'm going to discuss market failures. Investopedia describes market failure as an economic situation defined by an inefficient distribution of goods and services in the free market. Negative externality is a type of a market failure. And secondhand smoking is an example of a negative externality. Government intervenes by instituting policies such as pollution penalties and permitting civil lawsuits to recover damages for negligent actions. Positive externality is another type of a market failure. It is a benefit that is enjoyed by a third party as a result of an economic transaction. Vaccination is an example of positive externality. Government intervenes by implementing economic policies that promote positive externalities. Public good is also a market failure. It is one that is non-excludable and non-rivalrous. National defense is a public good. Government intervention includes spending or investing more on public goods. Asymmetric information is another type of a market failure. It occurs when one party to a transaction possesses greater material knowledge than the other party. And health dangers from processed food is an example of asymmetric information. Government intervention includes closing information gaps, improving information dissemination, or increasing public awareness. Monopoly is another type of a market failure. And in the Philippines, Meralco is an example of a monopoly. With monopolies, government intervenes through price capping, regulation of quality of service, merger policy, breaking up a monopoly, or yardstick or rate of return regulation. Oligopoly is also a market failure. It's a small group of businesses that control the market for a certain product or service. Operating systems for smartphones and computers like iOS for Apple and Android for Google are just some of the examples of oligopoly. Government intervention includes enforcement of antitrust laws, privatization, and liberalizing the markets. In the Parole and Probation Administration, asymmetric information exists when a client fails to disclose a previous or pending case against him, because that information should have disqualified him from availing of the grant of probation. The relevant information that is not discovered will affect the background investigation and eventually the decision of the court. So to solve this, record check is conducted with the following government agencies like courts, prosecutor's office, NBI, PNP, and the barangay. If the information was discovered after submission of the recommendation to court, the office will file a motion withdrawing the previous recommendation. However, if the information was discovered after the grant of probation, the office will file a motion to revoke the grant of probation. Adverse selection as a result of asymmetric information exists when an employee gets promoted despite having immorality issues which the management failed to discover. As a solution, we conduct background investigation on top of the usual screening process. That's all. Thank you and God bless.